Hey there. We're
Holy
back.
moly!
Well said. It's game three. Whew, everybody just like, shake it off, And I'm sure, Nick was out there getting some
Mm.
stretches,
10
really
seconds
getting their
remaining.
lunges in. Oh, because you got to loosen up after a game like that. You guys have all
5
played
seconds
a Dota
remaining.
game like that. It feels awful. Feels like you should have won. Feels like you really screwed
Radiant
up. And
team
the other team
ban.
was just better and annoying. So, Nigma, I'm hoping at least that they're going to be refreshed and reset for this one because Secret are on their way to another 3-0 here, lizZard.
Man, like the first game you lose because of
Team
refresher
Secret's
Aghanim
turn to
Slona
ban.
that you were pretty good at, right? You were winning the first game. You had everything. You have the cheese, you have the Aegis, you still lose. Second game, you have the cheese, you have the Aegis, it doesn't work. You get then cheese Aegis refresher, it doesn't work. Then you get the Aghanim Slona, it doesn't work. Then you get another refresher and another cheese and it doesn't work. I don't
Just
know.
refreshers
10
and
seconds
ages all the way
remaining.
down to a big L, unfortunately, for
You
Enigma.
should,
5
Incredible play
seconds
by Team Secret
remaining.
for sure.
yeah.
And our draft, I don't even
Radiant
know where to go
team
at this
ban.
point. I mean, how much of these puppy heroes can you really pay attention? Do you just ban the Weaver and the Puck?
Oh man, do you? Then
I
then you leave
I
him
think you
what
do.
what so, so let's remember before the Puck and the Weaver, he used to play Bane, right? And he would create so much space on that safe lane with the Bane, just
Team
zone out
Secret's
anyone.
turn to
No, they
ban.
ban out the Kunkka.
Radiant
You
team
Okay.
it's
ban.
like can you really ban out position 5 heroes and focus on that?
I
There we
mean, the
go,
only
the
thing I can
spam.
say is that it feels like their game plan is so heavily predicated around those two heroes and like the
Mm-hmm.
way he can creep cut and like at least when he plays the Ench, he is
Mm-hmm.
not able to be as involved when he does the exact same thing because that's what he's been doing a lot of this tournament too.
And you
But
you can't really
10
help out the
seconds
team fights
remaining.
later on as much, right? The puck
yeah,
eventually with Dreamcore lags does so
5
much, and
seconds
same
remaining.
with that Weaver. Once he gets the Aghanims, it's a different game completely. Enchantress, I
Team
guess you're
Secret's turn
annoying
to
the
pick.
whole time, but you're not never really impacting the game that much at least.
well, they have gone a different way. They're just going
Hmm.
complete like the signature cores of Team Secret here, right? That's
Yeah.
like the four of them. We've same bands as last game. We've replaced the Luna band with a
Hmm.
Morphling band.
Don't you go Void Spirit Weaver here again, or
Ten
let's see, Void
seconds
Spirit
remaining.
Weaver. What else? Puck is still in the pool.
Yeah, it
5
was
seconds
Nigma's choice
remaining.
here. Coming into game three, they chose second pick,
Radiant
and Secret
team
chose
pick.
Dire,
Void
and there it
Spirit.
is indeed.
But, listen, if you're Nigma, pick Puck and Weaver right now.
Genius.
Easy. Put the Weaver on your position 1 in offlane or offlane, doesn't matter.
Radiant
Puck, whoever
team
can play it.
secrets. Keeper
Or
of
Couple
the
Ember, right?
night.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. So this is really the first combo they've gotten. They had Ember Grimstroke, that's okay. They had Wind Ranger and Phoenix. Not really any synergy necessarily. Like good heroes. I mean, there's some synergy between Grimstroke and
Hmm.
Ember, of course, but not the same as the Coddle Ember.
10
Yeah, this
seconds
time around they
remaining.
do have one of those combos that really dominate the laning
5
stage as well.
seconds
Later on,
remaining.
it's pretty strong too. Ember always does need a little bit extra mana, so Keeper of the Light is definitely good there. GH will be able to outspam those lanes constantly. And when GH came to the scene, it was with the Kotl, right? It was the
Yeah.
Earthshaker, Keeper of the Light,
Team
and a couple of
secrets
other
turn
heroes.
to ban.
Wisp, let's say. Okay, there we go. The Puck.
Yeah, same thing, right? Between the Weaver and the Puck. And now again, they show the Ember, so they take
Hmm.
the Puck. Probably the Necrophos ban again, I feel like from Nigma too. Just with the
Hmm.
Ember and potential to just kind of like play a faster game.
It's so good, but they didn't ban out the Morphling this time around on Nigma. I think that's a pretty big difference.
10
Now you don't
seconds
have to
remaining.
worry about that
Oh yeah.
E-Blade
Yeah.
and the hero that's just gonna turn into the Ember
5
and
seconds
blow you up.
remaining.
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that makes
What?
it a lot nicer
Radiant
for them. And
team
they will
ban.
get rid of that other combo in the Grimstroke.
Mhm. Yeah, we were discussing in the first game. We were actually discussing the Kotal and Grimstroke synergy, but it looks like Team Secret definitely don't think it's strong enough. Plus, you have a Puck and a Void Spirit. They both really hate playing against the Grimstroke.
Yeah,
It's
and
a
they tried to get the IO too, which makes sense why they went with the Grim first and then made sure they could get
10
like the
seconds remaining.
players on the
Mhm.
right heroes. They probably just didn't want like the Kuro, Coddle, and the GH IO or
5
whatever.
seconds remaining.
Yeah,
Kuro
yeah.
preferring the Inkswell plays.
Radiant
So
And
team
there's the
pick.
let's
Necrophos ban
the
as
Necro ban.
anticipated.
Yeah,
So
I
it should
don't.
be a Kuro hero here, right?
Yep. position 5 next coming up most likely. I don't think that Wind Ranger is really that great here. Like
Yeah,
versus the
against like
Puck
the
and the
phase
Void
shift.
Spirit. Yeah, it's not that great, but if he likes playing it, maybe he'll just go for it. It does contribute a lot to the team. In that last game though, it didn't really feel that
10
great, did it?
seconds
Is
Like
there
it,
remaining.
any 5 that Kuro can play? Like sometimes he plays the 5 Nyx. I'm just trying to think what
5
can
seconds
punish either
remaining.
Yules
Mhm.
or phase shift, right?
Yeah, the Knicks would
Like
be
one of those
good.
kind of
Like,
Team
ground stuns would be
secrets
like even a
turn to
lion,
pick.
but lion's just so ugh. So
oh man.
well, you talked about the puppy bane.
Yeah, there you go. This means that they could also lane Bane. Let's see, actually. Ember Spirit can go anywhere. It can be mid, it can be safe lane, it can be played on offlane as well. But many times I've seen this, I've seen teams draft Bane and Bottle and still lane Bane and Ember just because Bane is so strong when it comes to
10
zoning and playing on
seconds
his zone
remaining.
that he can pretty much give Ember the free lane and
5
free experience
seconds
as well. He doesn't
remaining.
have to leech at all. So that could be pretty good. But yeah, this Bane, they're trying to play some anti-Dota right here, like with the Bane pickup.
And they're trying to win some lanes, it
Yeah,
feels
just
like,
just win
right?
some lanes, just brain sap constantly. Like I hate this hero so much. I love when I'm playing Bane, but I hate playing against Bane so much. It's ridiculous.
Is there any merit to moving Yapsor off of the Void Spirit for like a Rubik or something here? I feel like I just
Radiant
see Yapsor
team
play
pick.
the
10,
oh, okay. Well, it's a different way. Oh,
Mhm.
what is happening here? My God. What
But
is Puppy doing?
it doesn't have to be a different way, right? Probably is. Probably Puppy can play that
Oh, you're
Shen.
right. It
Yeah,
could be
but
the
it can be
Zygen.
it can be the offlane Chen as well. That's played quite a lot right now. And when
Yeah.
you're playing versus a Bane and a Kotl, okay, Keeper of the Light can do well versus all
10
the beasts,
seconds remaining.
but it also depends on the way he skill builds, right?
5 seconds remaining.
There have been some Kotl players right now that max the Illuminate, but you'd still much rather have the Chakra and the second spell instead, the Blind.
Yeah. Wow, I look forward to seeing who's going to be playing what here. Again, the mix-ups continue here from Team Secret. You never know what you're going to get. From Nigma, we assume this will be at least some sort of an MC hero, either like a potential flex because they have the 10th pick, or just like a straight up MC hero. The Queen of Pain's still in. That's like,
Mm.
you know, I guess Chen and Puck and Void Spirit though. Like Void Spirit tends to be a pretty good counter to the Queen.
Team
Doesn't let her
secrets
Yule
turn
save her
to
all the
pick.
time. Man, so that's
Underlord.
a real MC hero.
That's a real MC hero. That's a hero that can stand in front of these towers and defend them, right? The Firestorm is pretty good.
Yeah.
But I think the big thing about this Underlord is the Pit of Malice. If he goes for the Pit of Malice and the Atos build, then suddenly this pack really has a hard game. Same goes for the Void Spirit. So many
Yeah.
roots coming from Nigma.
10
It makes me
seconds
not want to make the
remaining.
Chen a core too, because that's like
Yeah.
a pretty big counter in the Underlord, I feel like.
5 seconds remaining.
But they do have options, right? You could still play, let's say, Puck 4, Void Spirit 3, and Shen 5. It's also a pretty decent option for them, so they're really flexible with their draft. Nigma, however, they're not as much. You can flex the lanes with Underlord and Ember Spirit, but you pretty much do see their support. You know where they're going, and you know that they really need that win condition with their last pick.
Oh, one thing about Underlord is these big agi heroes get a lot weaker from the
Mhm.
aura too. So heroes that can buy like plus damage are a lot more valuable than like your your big Luna builds or whatever, your TBs.
Yeah, I was thinking about the Morphling instantly, and it's been banned out by them, so we
Yeah.
won't see that. But Underlord being picked up quite strong for Nigma.
I'm not sure how
When
I feel
you're
about a potential like big carry, like the AM
Radiant
or the
team
Spectre or
battle.
something here.
they go with the
Yeah, I
Ursa
like this
actually,
better.
so
Yeah.
they're literally instantly reacting to the laning stage.
Mhm.
Your options were Ursa and Monkey King, and they go
Yeah,
with the Ursa
exactly.
versus the Underlord. It's so strong. The thing
I
is
think
though, uh-huh,
like at the start of the tournament, they were picking more Monkey King in the same
uh-huh.
situation. But I think with the way that like the Battle
10
Fury is developing
seconds
and everything, and
remaining.
just giving you that safety of the late game,
Mhm.
they're not like as all
5
in because they were just
seconds
like diving
remaining.
towers and making people look like
Team
fools, like Monkey King and
secrets
stuff, and
turn
just like
to
fully
ban.
pushing the game at a crazy pace. And they can do a lot of the same stuff with the Ursa, still get a safe
Mhm.
lane, and still be fine late game.
Yeah, the only thing is, I think I did see Secret play the same kind of a draft as Nigma have got right now, and they would put Underlord if they're playing versus an Ursa. They would just switch the Underlord and put him mid, let's
Yeah.
say, and then
Yeah.
he would have a much of an easier lane.
10 seconds
We'll
remaining.
see if Nigma actually adapts to that, or if they think they're strong enough versus the Ursa. But
5 seconds
I
remaining.
just don't see that lane doing well. If you lane Underlord versus Ursa and Shen, or even Ursa
Secret's
Void
turn
Spirit,
to
that's gonna
think.
be hard. That's gonna be
Yeah.
really hard to lane.
They're gonna cover themselves in the Meepo band just in case. It's Weehaw, and they have some Meepos of themselves, so they know when a game looks pretty good.
Mhm.
And the Kunk is gone. They banned the Queen of Pain, the Save for Heroes. I mean, I still go back to Death Prophet, but not really a hero that Secret's been playing a whole lot
10
lately.
seconds remaining.
Like, it's just nice to think
5
about like
seconds
percent-based
remaining.
damage, right? And some tower push would be kind of nice with their lineup right now. Like, they have the Chen, but that's it.
The thing is, you were talking about these agile heroes. Another hero that kind of suffers versus Underlord is Visage, right? Because of the Crimson Guard that comes early on and the
Yeah.
minus damage reduction. So because of that, maybe they can't go in that way. But Nigma might. Nigma could, and that would give them the tower pushing ability. And also in the last series, it was Team Secret, but Underlord Zai queued up Aghanims very early on. Because of that
Oh, yeah.
permanent, yeah, it actually is shared with the birds, so you get a ton of damage coming from them, which is something that both of these teams could go for in the last pick. Let's see, Secret, they're really running low in
Radiant
time.
team pick.
Tiny.
The Tiny. Whoa.
Yeah, I
Okay. Is
wouldn't.
that some cheeky snapping plays too?
It
Kinda
is,
cool.
right? Yeah,
Yeah.
you get the toss with the snap, which is cool, but I didn't expect that. I didn't see a lot of games, at least from
No.
Secret with Tiny.
The
If
Tinies that I've seen have been like, maybe if there's a Weaver or something, we've seen a couple Tiny picks come out. But they did pick it
10
once versus
seconds
Viking
remaining.
GG,
Mhm.
just because there was a Brood Mother though.
Yeah, yeah,
Maybe
yeah,
that's what
yeah.
they
They
could be
5
worried about.
seconds
what
remaining.
was that Viking GG? Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was actually versus the Brood. One game they won with Tiny. The other team that won versus them. I'm not certain if it's Secret, but versus their Brood was with Kunkka, right? The Kunkka
Yeah.
mid or the Tiny mid. That's your two best heroes versus her. Uh, do they play
Yeah.
any Brood on Nigma though? It's like it's not like we is the biggest Brood player. Miracle as well. They don't really like that hero too much. Okay.
Oh, there
Choose
he
your
is.
hero.
So got banned game one. They were messing around with this hero for a little bit on Nigma, I
Mhm.
feel, right? They had like several games in a row because they were picking some green heroes. They picked Pugna a bunch, then they picked Necrophos, and they picked Viper, and this cosmetic freaks me out. The big flying bug Viper.
Yeah, it reminds me of some alien movie. I can't remember which one. Whatever. In
It's
any
beautiful.
case, yeah, it's beautiful. It freaks me out as well. It freaks me out in the lane too. It's so strong, and we has been really strong on this Viper multiple times before in multiple series. So we'll see
Okay, unless
how
I'm crazy, they got a real problem here, right? Who is laning versus Viper?
who is laning versus Ursa, right? You
Yeah,
kind of
that's
have a
true.
problem on both sides.
Everyone's messed up.
Yeah. So we is gonna have fun whoever he lanes against mid. I guess Nisha should be the one. Tiny can kind of do it, but it's not gonna be easy. Zai is playing the Chen, by the way, so it's the
Yeah.
offlane Chen.
I just can't accept anyone but Puppy on this puck at this point. He's just too good. All right, what do we
Yeah.
need from Nigma to not lose a third game in a row here? We need I mean, the Viper's lane should go well. That's a check. I think the Underlord needs like some decent farm to start, right? He can't just
Yep.
be a big like punching bag for this Ursa.
It's the Underlord's lane, and that's pretty much it because we should have a decent time here as long as they shut down Nisha a little bit and he doesn't get that big timing on the blink dagger. If he even goes for blink, we'll see because some tinies
Yeah.
recently have gone straight into, like I'm gonna carry the game item build. Like some SNY into even a Midas recently I have seen. So it's an opportunity. It's a possibility. I don't
Well,
know.
I look forward to the answers here. As the Bear will try his luck on the side of Team Secret this time. A bit disappointing, I'm sure, for Enigma, thanks to some rough stuff in the mid game there, losing their tempo. They're going to see if this Bear will not be in the circus.
Wait.
And,
Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Look at Zai. Just look at
yeah,
him.
I'm taking a look here, bud. That makes some. I mean, everyone else is going to have a bad time.
Yeah. Let's see if he's gonna have any better of a time because he is able to take a creep or two, and man, this reminds me of This reminds me of the time in which you could pick Chen mid, take Penitence, you know, buy Dagon, E-Blade Dagon, blow things up in
Yep.
one hit.
Call someone in at the same time.
Yep, yep. Good old times.
Oh. All right. Yeah, that was really funny. There was like a blink Chen build for a little while where you'd like blink on top of the Dagon and bring all your summons.
Yeah. It never worked for me. I tried that multiple times, always. Yeah, it never looked too great,
30 seconds.
even with
It's
the
like,
4 centaurs.
It's like a bootleg version of a Meepo. It's just
Yeah,
a lot.
pretty
of
much.
words.
Pretty much. So, one good thing for Secret here is no matter who lanes versus Underlord, you should be fine because Chen is mid, right? So you're tiny, he has his tree to work with, so he'll be able to last it. And Ursa should have a good time top lane as well. He is playing versus an Ember who's melee, but there's some outplay potential
The
on both
battle
sides.
begins.
I've seen Yapsor trying to do some ward scanning shenanigans. I've seen some people cut that tree to check for that high ground ward.
Yeah. So you either cut that tree, check for that high ground ward, or you move behind that one over there to check for any lane wards, right?
Yeah,
On
any of the
on
ones
the
in
Radiant
there.
side. Yep.
But there he is. He takes the range creep immediately.
I'm gonna help him out a little bit with harassing the Viper at least. The only
Okay, it's secret pausing. I was kind of hoping it was Nigma pausing. Be like, oh wait, hold on. Of course, that would not be allowed. Instantly.
let's think about this, guys. Let's switch up these lanes. Okay, so one thing that's problematic maybe here for Zai is that he did take the range creep, right? So a lot of
Yeah, I had the
experience.
same thought there. I was just like, oh, is that good?
Yeah, he's gonna lose a lot of experience and might give Viper a lot of experience too if he does manage to take that out. So could be problematic.
I saw some lines drawn there from Kuro. He did this one. He did the Swaparino, which would make sense because I'm sure they would probably rather have the Underlord mid, obviously. Now this is Secrets pause again, so no flame that Nigma's making calls here. That's completely fine.
Yeah, the question is, so Ursa on the top lane with Puppy, if he was versus Kotl and Ember alone, he would be able to lane. It's not as good as versus the Underlord, but he would be able to lane. However, with Kuroki being here, it does get a bit difficult. So he's kind of in the jungle as well, trying to find his home.
And he's under a ward too. That's the worst part of it. So they know that he's not making any big shifts, or at least he hasn't, gotten very far. So they're all just pinging the heck out of him.
But don't worry, you have a Chen on your side. He can summon you at least halfway. He can summon you to the mid, and then you choose where to go.
Yeah, that's right. You're supposed to be able to win every matchup because of this, but unfortunately, he's a little busy trying to lane right now. It's like, yeah, I can't really afford a point in that right now, bud.
He has a decent amount of damage on level 156. He starts with plus the range creep. He's denying quite a few here. Doing go right.
I swear, these offlaners, man, they're the new mid players. None of the mid players want to play mid anymore.
Yeah, what's up with mind control? Why is he here? Oh,
I don't know. I don't know why he's on the side lane. What's he doing?
it's strange, right?
Got demoted again, I guess. Oh, Puppy. He's gonna zip his way back.
Yeah, they did switch things up again, so Ursa is bottom. But don't tell me mind control is just gonna run. Is that really happening? Okay, but if he does run, will he go mid or top lane? There's no way you send an Underlord on the way to top with his not even 300 movement speed.
God, I
horrible.
love and hate that this has become such a common thing. But yeah, there we go. All right. So now Zai, he's level 2 and he's saving the point, so he just calls mid now, right?
Yeah, he calls mid and he can move down bottom, right?
Yeah.
Or yeah, that should be the play.
Yeah, and then if there's a reversal, then you
actually bottom lane.
Oh, this would be a bad turn of events for him. I just wanted to come to lane. Oh, that's a problem.
This is such a problem because now he has to TP, right? And once he TPs, he's stuck. Yeah.
That explains why they weren't calling the Ursa right away, huh?
Mm-hmm. One big thing for Nigma, however, is the fact that Puppy might die here.
Oh yeah, that was a good nightmare. Secured.
And also Nisha is only level 1. So it's a really hard lane for him to be in.
Yeah, Nisha Tiny. All right, so where does a Tiny go this game in terms of like what are his objectives and why did they pick this hero? I mean, pretty good targets for burst damage, right? Between like the Ember and the Coddle, like if you can catch him off guard on the side lanes or something.
Yeah, he's pretty fine in that way. He could still go for the greedier build and go for just a right click, right? SMY or whatnot into AC or something like that. It's also fine, but Blink Dagger is definitely what they need because they will be pushing with Chen early on, right? And then you want these heroes that are able to jump in the backlines, catch something
bottom
out.
again, Weehaw getting kind of low. And that forces the TV. So now they've broken up that pressure onto Nisha. This is something that Secret really needed. Trying to make sure that Tiny catches up here because he's only at 3 last hits right now. Oh, he even missed that deny too. Oh, she's rough up here.
Kuroki, he's just messing with Zai a bit. But dude, does it feel good to have the Frost Armor on this early on?
Yeah, seriously.
Still, yeah, he has a lot of poison stacks on him. Needs to be careful. Oh, did he refresh them? No, he didn't.
And then meanwhile, the support's just running mid because it's the 4-minute mark here. And oh, again, Zidane bomb though. More stacks, 3. He's good. He basically counteracts it with the headdress.
Oh, Yapzor gets a DD. He should be fine. Kuro has the sleep, gets away.
And yeah, I'm wondering what Weeha's going to build this game too. I've seen this MKB rush from the Vipers lately. Looks pretty strong.
Really?
Yeah, like usually when they're running into the mid though, but it's because like the magic damage stacking, right?
That's
So-
actually that's such a greedy build for a Viper to go for. But I guess he could in this kind of a game. He could be their most important right clicker, right? You have the Ember.
Yeah.
If he goes for Dazzle and something like that, it could be solid.
It's very dependent on your teammates, of course. As you're saying. I mean, that's kind of the benefit of the Viper. I feel like is you can just build anything on this hero.
Let's
Right,
just
like-
wait for him to get a couple of raid bans first, and then talk
Well,
about the real
some things
item
are very
progression.
important, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've usually seen like a couple Wraith Bands and then Boots and then like 17-minute MKBs a couple times.
It's
Top
not like
E
you
up
need.
top. Who wants it? Who's getting the kill?
That's some
Mind control.
permanent
Radiant's
atrophy
middle
damage
tower
for
is
mind
under
control.
attack.
+3 feels good.
Oh, yeah,
Dire
true.
scanning.
It's not like we needs to really buy utility for his team because he does have an Underlord, right? And because of that, he doesn't need any Greaves, anything like that. You could still go for a couple of raid bands into, I don't know, food isn't that great.
Oh, Puppy's back up top here as they start diving onto Nisha. Throws down the Avalanche, though. He'll be okay, but it's a lot of damage and mana wasted for a team that has quite a bit of renewables here with the help of the Coddle. As Crow's also chasing after Zai with a potential Nightmare, but Yapzor's coming through too. Now Weehaw, Nether Toxin dropped down. The break's there, but easy damage on the Crows. He falls, and Zai's just going to TP out. The ultimate answer to the Viper player. Yapzor just
Yapzor.
sadly walked by. 5 damage.
He's dead.
Yep.
Yep.
Cool
Did have
guys
those
don't look at
tranquils.
kills.
This did have those tranquils, didn't really work. But yeah. Mid lane mind control.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, he's
Should
got the
be-
walk out here, but Kuro's
Radiant's
coming, so
bottom
it should be
tower
okay.
is under attack.
Yeah, he might even fall here though. There's 7 Fury swipes on mind control. Yeah, he doesn't dare.
Yeah, he's scared. Oh, jeez. Ah, he's good.
Guess that's 1 extra stack of Fury swipes on him, but not enough experience for that level 6. Doesn't have Enrage, because of that he can't really kill him. 2 items that I really see that could be really great for Viper are Atos and Force Staff as well, right? So to be
man.
able to just get away or some extra catch.
I actually love the Atos build on Viper. I feel like I don't get to see it as much anymore, but it's just
It's-
like, so active early on. It's crazy.
It's so good with the Underlords, right? He actually has the Greaves queued up.
Oh yeah, true.
He
So I
might-
have to get here down from Weehaw. They're looking for a quick kill. At the same time, in the mid lane, they're also looking for mind control. Matsu going to dive all the way under. GH comes through, but he does not have the blinding light. So there's no chance of a save. And Yapzor will escape too. So a 1-for-1s here.
He did a really good job there to dodge the Aether Remnant from Yapzor, but yeah, you can't escape the Ursa now with Power Treads. He has a
Dire's
Windlace
bottom tower is under
being
attack.
shipped to him as well. I'm just wondering who's going to be that real win condition here on the side of Secret. Is Nisha demoted from that because he's had such a poor laning stage, or
Yeah,
there
I
is a-
kind of feel like he is. I feel like you let Matu go for like
Dire's
the
top tower
the
Battle
is
bounty
under
Fury.
attack.
Yeah. Look at
and I
Zai,
think you
by
just try
the
and
way.
make plays with the puck as the tiny.
This is so crazy good for him. He's level 5 Shen, but he's still able to farm the ancients. That opens up the map so much for them. And he doesn't have
And
to
also-
lane at all. Yeah.
Gets these pretty fast for the team too. GH in trouble here from Matu. My control is just trying to stand next to him and help. That's an invis room if he really needs it. And he will
Dire's
just
middle
pop it.
tower is under attack.
Yeah.
No sentries there, but that hurt.
It's a problem. He's actually going for the Illuminate, right? He's doing it because he's playing versus Chen. It's pretty good. And also you get more farm. If you're a position 4 Kotl, you
Dire's
get way
top
more
tower
farm if
is
you
under attack.
max out Illuminate. But it's so bad versus Ursa. If he gets close, you're just done.
Gold and sweet.
Yeah, nothing you can really do.
Radiant's middle tower is
Yeah, so
under
moves down
attack.
bottom with Zai. He's got the point for the Hand of God. Isn't it taking it yet, though? See if they can get Kuro. Gonna hop forward there, but now they're just going right onto Zai. He just can't step too close, even with his whole army there. Gonna try and turn with the Penitent onto Weehaw. They get the
Toss.
easy right-click damage to finish off with the toss. Another TP in. This time it's Miracle. Moves on to his brother in the Void Spirit. Yaps are trying to get the distance there with the damage reduction, but there is more remnants to come. Miracle hops over and moves right over to Nisha, but he gets the chakra, so he's got another set of the sight and the bolus, but it's still a lot of HP to work through. 1580 max HP at level 7 right now, by the way, as well as 15 armor. Wow. Okay, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah. Actually, he went for 2 rings of protection. Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
I don't see that as well way too often. By the way, that fight went a bit poor for Secret because they were summoning Ursa in. So Matu didn't really want to TP in him on his own. Zai was teleporting him, but he died way too soon. And because of that,
Yeah.
Matu didn't ever join.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. And they've kind of kept the same heroes lingering around down bottom. GH, Crow, and Miracle closing on the 10-minute mark. Post up top is still owned by Secret as they start moving on to Nisha. He's out of mana, dropping a little bit low here, but they don't have the final damage. And now it's Matu coming from the left. Yapsor from the north. This Miracle again drops in onto Nisha. Looking for that additional damage. The Remnant back through. He wants to get that bounty room, but he's a little bit too early. So Matu will grab it. Each team.
Oh,
looks
Matu?
like- oh, they actually stole that outpost too. Nice play there up top from Weehaw.
Yeah, Matu actually gets the other bounty too. Because Ember, he needed to run down the stairs. Matu jumps over the hill. Yapsor.
Speaking of over the hill, Yapsar gets up. Miracle went the whole way across, though. Misses the avalanche, though, so they'll catch him with a slight. Now Matsu coming back through, but there's a chakra once more. This combo is just a little too good.
Will he toss him?
Down to the low ground.
Nah, he
Yeah,
won't.
send me.
They chill out a little bit. Actually, what Tiny is going for, he had it queued up from the beginning of the game. It's just a casual drums. So some utility. You'll be able to move a bit faster. You have the Chan as well there. It's going to finish off that Helm of
Radiant
Dominator.
structures are
So they're
fortified.
going for all these little small bits and pieces that will make their team a lot stronger
Yeah.
in the mid game.
They're kind of doing the same thing, too. Like Weehaw's got one Wraith Band, one Bracer, and he's just sending out his one and his raindrops. You know, not committing to anything at this point, just getting very available for action. The puppy steals that range creep. Very nice.
Yeah, it's the build when you don't really know what you want to buy. You buy
Yeah.
Braid Band, the Bracer, and then you think for the next minute or two.
It's got time.
Yeah, 4 staff. It was 8 also or 4 staff pretty much when
Dire's bottom tower
Yeah.
that
is
would
under
be
attack.
the most game changing.
Well, up top this time again. Last time Zai got punished pretty hard for this, but he's got backup this time. So lots of heroes here. No coil left actually. Is probably burns his mana, but they're not going to need it. They'll throw out the ulti too.
Dire's structures
They didn't really
are
summon
fortified.
anyone as well, so it was just the 3 of them.
Dire's bottom tower
They aren't
is under
holding
attack.
bottom though. Miracle's just in behind. They pop up the glyph, but Nisha's busy in the jungle up top. And they're just going to take this tier 1 with plenty of time to defend up top as well if they'd like.
I think that was all without the Dominator, right? They didn't have... Yeah, that's just chance creeps. They didn't have Helm of Dominator before that. It becomes a little bit trickier now. I suppose what Zai will go for next is Vlad's. Maybe Greaves, but Vlad's are so good here. You have Ursa, you have Tiny.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh, hey look, a bounty room.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Oh, the mech's there for Microsoft. Again, it's another invis room.
Radiant's courier
Just
has
in
been
case.
killed.
Exact same spot.
Radiant's top tower
Okay, now
is
we
under
have the
attack.
5 creep army from Zai. He is playing versus an Underlord, but does it really matter? The Ember
And
Spirit
an
is
Ember
probably...
too, though, to be
yeah.
fair, with Chakra. Like, he can kind of slice and dice through. It's kind of funny how you'll see Ember players abuse it too, where they end up... On the one hand, you're immune for a long time as they hop right onto GH in the tree line. They drop the pill. He doesn't go for the snap, though. He's going to try and do the dipsy doodle, run around in a circle. Knows he'll dive. He goes for the snap. He's trying to waste their time, and GH does survive long enough. Meanwhile, Puppey goes right into the root. Excellent
gripped him.
counterplay.
Yeah, they gripped him as well. They rooted him and used the grip, which is a pretty long cooldown for Puppey. lizZard did manage to survive, so if you're Secret, you're kind of alright with that, because they used grip, they used Will-O-Wisp, and those are extremely long cooldowns.
Although they already took your bottom tower, and now you have a big aura mind control coming for your top one too.
Yeah, that's true, that's true. The objectives aren't really that great for Secret, they are just trading so far. I mean it's alright, but considering they're playing a Chen, it could be a bit better.
It feels like they're a little behind on both the, mostly the Tiny, and then it's just Ursa as a matter of, I'm buying a Battle Fury. Like, he's not really behind, of course, he's top of net worth, he's having some pretty good timings, but he doesn't necessarily want to get that involved right now,
Yeah,
unless they're really well set.
Yeah, he doesn't use this network. That's what you're saying, right? Like, he has a lot of network, but he doesn't use this gold. And even after he does finish that Battle Fury, it's mostly to just chill a bit.
Close up top here. Forces out another coil. Puppey really wants to keep these for offensive purposes, but they're going to bring in the TP, see if they can get down Miracle. And all the killing spree, he's going to jump back out. A little bit of a disaster, but at least they can deny from Nisha coming through. And Kuro gone too. All right, sick plays.
That's another...
Back in the mid lane as well. They have a root onto Yapsor, but it's just MC, so Yapsor will get out.
Yeah, that's another deny though, right? No, on the top lane, I think so.
Yes, it was.
So they denied 2 out of 3 tier 1 towers so far, which is pretty good for Secrets as well.
Yeah, that's pretty frustrating. At the very least, so keeping the tier 1s like in the mid lane here too, and the bot is really good versus Puppey, because like the way that he tries to play, like it feels like the longer you keep your tier 1s, the better, right?
Yeah, he can't creep skip you constantly, right? It's strong. Miracle.
Although he does just go to tier 3 sometimes, so who knows? Matsu runs into the wrong neighborhood as there's 3 heroes up here. He has to pop the ulti for the damage reduction and the SAS resistance. Not very good versus the Fiend's grip though, but it's already ended, so and he's dead.
It's good that they committed the grip there, but then again, you're thinking Zai, he's level 8, he still doesn't have Hand of God. Maybe that could have been helpful.
Right there is what happens with the Slight versus the Chen. Will Miracle get out is the question? No, he's dead. So it goes 2 ways. On the one hand, you can be invulnerable for a long time. On the other hand, they had so much time to actually close in on where he's slighted from. Because of the time. Nice toss on the Centaur. Gonna catch Weehaw, the 8th remnant back. Got the damage to the Chenkus coming through. The sleep from Crow, trying to help out. Crow has a big wander now. He's trying to tank some damage so you can go for the ulti. And now it's MC coming through. Additional damage with the toss. Sending in Kuro onto Puppey. Puppey's just trying to kill a courier. He's just doing his own thing here. Sends an aura back. Will jump to it, but he walks right in to his death as Crow takes the brain tap for the kill. Now another 2-man root out there. Nisha in here with Zai. The toss out. I'll save you, he says. And there's another Centaur stomp here. Trying to come back through, and it's Matu. The stomp can help maybe secure a kill, but no, can't get the time. Crow gonna feed his body in, trying to get the final kill in his eye. Can't get it now. Nisha in trouble too. Toss back once more. How many tosses does this guy have? Unfortunately, it's not enough to save his life.
Matu?
Miracle. Yeah, he's trying to hunt Matu. He's not gonna find him, so they head back over to the west. And Yapsor's there. It's actually not as far deep as I think Miracle thought. Yeah, now Matu's back in here. Miracle gets some help though. More shockers. Oh, but the 8th attack, maybe it's enough damage at time. No, quite. It is there. They will get the kill. So a little bit too aggressive here from Niggas. They're going to lose 2 more heroes.
Yeah, that was so unfortunate for them. Yeah, it looked like they might find Ursa there and make him die twice in a row, which would be so huge as he just has finished that Battle Fury. He just purchased it, right? And if you kill him twice in a row, like he's just not utilizing his network at all. But he manages to kill the Ember, and it's the other way around that really happens. Now this Ember that bought drums, that's trying to get the Desolator, has been pretty much just fighting and dying for the last 2-3 minutes. And GH.
Yeah, he's trying to hold onto this tower. This is a risky blast, because you know they're going to come for you.
Look at that Kobold. Look at that Kobold just scouting him out.
Make it easy peasy there, so... Miracle's still running at them. Mind control's here too. It looks like they kind of want to fight this. Matu driven back. They don't have the Viper, which I feel like would be the big hero to try and bring into this engagement, but it is enough to send Secret packing back over to the dire side.
My thanks.
Yeah, I guess we has decided a little bit to chill and just get some of this farm because.
That's a lot of damage on the side, though.
Right?
Matu hops in again. He's been so aggro this game, but it's worked out for him so far. He's now 7-2-2 as he moves on to Mind Control 2, gets the damage, and there's even more on the Miracle. They're all dead. Again, it seems they're just coming back out
Viper?
towards Secret. Maybe this will be the turn that they need. Nisha having a bit of a rough one this one, it feels like. He's having a hard time getting involved besides those big tosses, so he's going to fall. But Matu, he wants a little bit more onto the Viper. The silence is there, and Yapster with the double kill.
Yeah. I was just saying how we is trying to maybe chill a little bit and find some farm, you know, dodge these fights because he has a Viper. At least if you're an Ember, you're mobile. You can move across the map. You can still fight and get some farm, even if it goes poorly for you. As a Viper, if you lose a couple of these early game engagements, the game just feels so bad. And you can see he moved away from the force. He went for the Dragon Lance.
Oh, wow.
It's really
Meanwhile,
not
they will
helping.
get a kill back, though. As Miracle just finds Zai in the jungle and is trying to get another catch on the Yapsor, too. There are additional heroes here. They also have a Dream Coil, too. Well, you know Matu's thirsty. He wants another kill. He hops in right on top, and he's leashed. He is in trouble, and it's gone for the Ember Spirit. They are just trying a little too hard right now.
Yeah. And Kuro, okay, he should be fine. The Centaur is a bit too slow to get him. But you really see the reasoning why Puppy goes for Puck if he has that first pick versus Ember, right?
Yep.
If Nigma gets the Ember instantly, the Puck instead of the Weaver. That's how Secret likes to answer. And that leash is just so strong. He has
It
not
just
only the
ruins
leash,
his
but
game.
not only the
Like-
leash, you have the silence as well, right?
Yeah, and they're so good at utilizing this. Like that's the whole point of the Coddle Ember. You see a lot of teams do this because you can just play like a madman on the Ember, right? And it feels like nothing can touch you or stop you. But then you run into a leash like this, and there's not a lot of leashes in the game. We got like 3, I think, between like Grim, Slark, and Puck. So when you find one of these counter picks like that, it's a real problem.
Yapsor, they're trying to fight here.
Yeah, they're gonna try it one more time. Another Aether Taunt on the Miracle. Coddle's here to keep giving him the chakras.
Okay, so they have the coil again in... Okay, remember what we were talking about, Papi? There he is. Under the tier 4, not even tier 3.
Yep.
He's running
All
away.
the way back.
There you go.
Radiant's bottom tower
Just wait for the creep wave here next time, you know. Don't mess with the tier 2 and tier 3. Go all the way back. He's just pushing his limits, yeah.
Well, back at the bounty runes. Secret will take them now. A 6k lead, as it has been an extremely chaotic game so far. I'm thinking most teams do not have their neutral items here. They've just been running at each other.
BKB
Looks like we
completed
got
on
all
yours,
4
so-
done very quick for Secret. They've been really good about that, I find. Like in terms of the neutral items, it feels like every time they have theirs within like a minute and a half, and then they just smoke like this.
It really looks like
taking
they
advantage.
don't want another 70-minute game. Smoke up with the BKB, with the Echo Saber instantly into the pit. They want this Aegis and...
Miracle's got a
it's-
haste rune and a pretty good angle here. I'm not sure if they know he's here. All right, well, now they definitely do. They ping him up on the high ground. Miracle coming through. Meanwhile, down in the river, that's a little bit going. Crows try to play inside of it, but the Aegis has been claimed. No sneaking this Roche. Another coil onto Miracle. I think you just want to disengage here if you're Secret and reset. Take a fight when you actually have the coil and not versus a hasted Ember. As they sit upon the high ground. Now there's the root 2. The Gen Creeps are trying to do it. Oh, he gets some low, but there's a little bit of shield there for Miracle trying to keep alive. Matu gets in, and he's going to get out. All right, now back over though onto Kuro. They might not have killed Miracle. In fact, they're
Miracle.
just going to wind up getting him anyway.
Why did he go back in?
I don't know.
He had the
I don't
remnant
see
on the
what
side.
like, what were they hoping to achieve?
All right. Well, he didn't achieve it. That's for sure. He just dies. And
Feels
did
like
you see the way? Did you see the way they set up a trap around Puck? So Puck is asleep, right, because of the Bane, and you can see that Ember will try to go in for the kill. There's no Dream Call, but they put all the creeps around Puck, and if Ember approaches, he's going to be stomped and ensnared and silenced. And
Yeah, it was just kind of strange in terms of, like, it felt like the rest of the team didn't want to go in from Nigma. They just kind of
Right.
backed away.
You did say that Scotland makes Ember play like a madman, so
He's taking that to heart a little too seriously.
it definitely has.
All right, I mean, the
Yeah.
other games were not this far behind, but they found ways to cut and they kind of have those heroes in like the Coddle and the Ember, but those two heroes also want to play together the whole time. So it is a rough spot here for Nigma. They need like a big Will-O-Wisp play with everyone kind of on the same page.
Yeah. The thing is, all of these big ultis of theirs and big AoE spells don't work that well. Mind control?
Yeah, he's just trying to walk up his own high ground. What are you guys doing here? Well, it's a support duo. Except not really a support duo, because it's a 4-10, but you get what I'm saying. Anyway, mind control, he managed to survive, so looks like their little gank plan didn't work out too well, but oh, here's here too. He's popping the BKB. This guy still has an Aegis. I don't know if you want any part of this, but they'll get one kill, and finally they can take a fight on their own terms.
They canceled.
Here, trying to get the retreat. They're still holding that high ground, though. Yeah, they're going to try and run back into this one. There's a coil. Snapped already onto Miracle. And a silence onto 4, but they do get another kill. Nisha's down. Matsu goes back in, though. Still has that Aegis. Still feeling strong. Got a couple of stacks onto Miracle. Wants a 4th hit there, but he knows if he chases, he's going to jump away. So he goes back to Kuro instead, grabs that kill. And now, moving back, it's Miracle. How many stacks did he get? Oh, Miracle's in. He's out. Doesn't want to die. Unfortunately, they're going to lose mind control, though. And again, a fight that kind of looked like maybe they had something. Doesn't really go their way. Now they'll get the Aegis. Zai still nearby.
That's, oh my god, that's like the perfect positioning for you if you're Nigma. That's the perfect position to fight in, because your Underlord survives, the Pit of Malice is pretty much covering the whole entrance of Team Secret, so they have to move gradually through it. Then you have this Kotl that's able to blinding light them back into the Pit of Malice, and it's still not enough. It's still, like, it just looks like Matu is running them down with his bear, and he doesn't even have a blink or a basher yet.
Yeah, his items are insane. He has BKB, Basher, and Battle Fury at 23
Yeah, it's flying
minutes.
out, right? Yeah, it's flying
That's
out to him.
Unbelievable. I mean, he's at 14.2k, so it's not that shocking, but damn. He's also almost level 20, by the way. This guy's got like the Meepo levels of experience right now. Holy moly, as they say.
Yeah, he just got so many of these pickoffs in the mid game, and he wasn't dying. Ember Spirit died
how
every
many
time.
kills did he get like in here? It was just a graveyard of Nigma heroes. Meanwhile, there's another coil in the mid lane. Miracle goes for the snap. They're going to blinding light them back. Puppy hops in with a silence, and the team is held back by the Will-O-Wisp. But this is all being used defensively. Someone tanked the Remnant. Oh, Kuro can't get there in time, and now he's going to die too. Oh, they're trying their best here, but even without Matu, they can just commit to these fights. They get great reach and range to catch these heroes, and they can chain stun them down after. Now they move on to the structures.
You would think that this team fight of theirs that they've got going, like your Kotl, your Viper, your Pit of Malice, the Nether Toxin in the Pit of Malice would be so good, but they're unable to just be together to use everything properly.
It's a tough one. It's real tough right now.
Don't underestimate the damage from Zai as well, by the way. Because of the Helm of Dominator and the Medallion, these creeps shred through anything. You saw how fast Underlord died in the last engagement. Or
they're also just not dying either. Like they're very frustrating creeps to deal with. The Ember can't like waste all his time on them.
I mean, Ember doesn't even have that Desolator completed, so he needs to waste a lot of time to kill any of those creeps.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Repent.
Puck has that dagger.
We're a Bruin down here. Under my control, it's a slow one. And yeah, Puppy's just concerned with Weehaw. He's like, all right, I'm going to hold on this guy. You got to try and finish off the Underlord. With the ulti, though, I think he's good. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
It was so close. And now Weehaw's been held in place. Puppy sacrificed his life for this one. But I think, actually, I don't even know if that trade's worth it. No, of course it is, but still feels a little bit bad, I'm sure.
He's still worth less than we. Like, Miracle gets 360 gold, they got 280 for we, so it's definitely worth it.
And Yasuo has this duel, so Miracle has to be careful, but he's going to move around to his ally instead and just go for GH, the one who empowers the Ember Spirit. GH moves back, though, and now they have the Fiend's Grip, but it's going to get canceled. The toss up there onto Kuro. Nisha still has the tree here, too, if he tries to get the high ground, and he's going to blink on him. So, I'm not tucking anything away here. I want my tree. And, well, Matsu just hangs it under a tier 3, because why not? Might go kill tier 2 sometime.
Yasuo creates so many plays with this Void Spirit. He's just constantly sitting somewhere so far behind. Viper.
It's like they know they need a fight here. They have the Viper Strike here. If they can hold someone in place, it's going to be Nisha. They're committing the Will-O-Wisp here. They say this has to be our chance. Tossback won't do anything. So, That's gonna be a decent amount here for them, I reckon.
That's a
We got-
pretty good kill. They defend the tier 2 as well. One of the so there's an upside and the downside to Yaps are constantly diving. Upside is you're getting these extra bonus kills. Downside is you're not really as focused on objectives and taking towers. Because of
Yeah,
that, it gives an
teammates get left
opportunity.
behind.
Yeah. Enigma, they take that chance, they TP back to the tower and they kill off Tiny. So that was pretty solid.
Oh my god, the items just keep on coming though. He drops the symbols and picks up an Abyssal Blade. He's ready for more. Spares no clown.
I love his neutral items as well. Like getting that Vampire Fangs. He
yeah.
did leave the repair kit in the jungle. So
That's
he
okay.
got
I don't think their structures are getting hit this game. I think they're good.
Yeah, that's true.
With a donation to the enemy cause here. As Mind Control, speaking of neutral items, will find himself a Mind Breaker. Maybe somebody could mess up Yapsor, depending who gets it. Miracle has the Deso complete.
That's a small power spike for them, but it's something at least. It's the step in the right direction. There is the
Another
dagger on
minute.
Tiny as well.
Yeah, another minute until the Roche is up. Oh, it's so scary to be anywhere right now on this map. Away from tier 2s. It's the blinking Tiny, the blinking Puck.
Oh, so close. That was so
the
ridiculously
D-ward.
close. He does manage to get out, and also he does have the bow, so that's pretty good for a tier 2 item. He doesn't even need the tier 3 one, I think. It's just way too good on him.
Yeah, the magic damage is just too helpful. And,
Attack range, attack speed as well, right? And then the magic damage on top of all of that. You remember, like, I don't know, maybe 6-7 months ago, the Whale Viper was so popular. It was one of the best things to go for. You just go Whale Viper. You get
when you dead items.
Yeah, when it still gave armor and it was built by
Radiant's bottom
the helm.
tower. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Yeah, every
Back
time
in
someone
my
actually buys
day.
a Veil, I have to just check again how depressing it is. It's got like Bassy aura. Alright, well,
It can work on some heroes. Like recently, you could see it picked up by some Phoenix players sometimes. Not you forget about. But the problem is that
Radiant's
recipe
middle
is
tower
just
is
way
under
too
attack.
expensive. It's like 1,200 gold.
yeah, other stuff just feels better build up wise. They have a illusion in the pit. Scan over that next Roche. It's still 40 seconds away though.
They have a
And,
halberd as well.
They gotta hope that the Greaves is enough to win this fight. And there it is, the coil onto the Ember, the Abyssal Blade too, and he... Whoa. Yeah, he dies pretty darn fast. Tried to get the save with a Nightmare.
the
looks
top
like. There's the
smack.
toss out. No one's getting saved here. Nicely done from Nisha. Oh, that leaves Weeha behind. Holy moly. Oh, they got the plays. Yeah,
Well-
you hand that tip right over.
That's 1-star Uber driver. It's one of those that comes back to the wrong spot, you know, and waits for you, makes you walk.
Oh yeah, and then
for
they
15
cancel
minutes.
the ride, and then
they
when you
cancel.
reorder, it's the same guy. It's that guy. I hate that guy.
There's like a couple of countries that
Radiant's
have
top tower
known
is under
scams in
attack.
Uber that do exactly that constantly. Like Turkey, I think it's horrible. You don't even want to order it. Rush is up though. Ursa
Yeah, they've
goes
ordered
straight
a big
into
old
it.
Aegis
Yep.
and a side of fondue, more like fondue, as they're looking for a 3-0 here in the finals. Secret, how are you so good at Dota 2?
Orb of Destruction as well on Ursa. Yeah, he's just having the blast. Cheese as well.
Oh, Shadowblade, sure. Why not? Sounds good. Does Nisha have Shadowblade and 3,000 gold? Or did he sell it? He must have sold it, right?
He sold it. He
Yeah,
went
okay.
back
Good.
for the BKB, I guess.
Got a little concern there. Puppy at the bottom lane has a coil onto GH. It's just a matter of time.
Abyssal.
Down.
That range from Abyssal is just...
It's a big reason why Ursa's broken again, too, I think.
It's a way too big range, really. Like it's crazy. You don't have to go for the blink, right? That's the thing. You're playing an
Yeah.
Ursa. You don't need the blink. You just buy that Abyssal and you get both things at the same time: the Basher and the initiating range.
Is under attack.
Yeah, it's kind of funny how that used to be like a concern for the Ursa, right? It was like, oh, the blink and the basher timing, and like, oh, do you need BKB this game? But now it's just like, haha,
You can get both. Easy.
there go Burr. Yeah,
Radiant's middle
trying to
tower is
hold
under
these waves
attack.
back, but again, it's Nisha jumping in, looking for a top play. Can't find it though. Puppy buys this Lotus again
Radiant's
to help
middle
out.
tower has fallen.
Single target focus, right? We got the Bane, got the Viper Strike.
They have the Solar Crest completed, I think, on Chen as well. He just needs
Puppy
to...
has another coil up here. They've caught Mind Control. He goes for the instant snap. They don't get the taunt in time because of the spider legs. But unfortunately,
there
the
we
big
go.
bear. All right, they're smoking out
Dire's top
from
tower
Nigma,
is
trying to
under attack.
find someone alone here, see if they can catch a fight, but perhaps without an Aegis and a Cheese
Hmm.
involved. They need some sort of a pick off here, as well as some deep wards placed.
Maybe if you kill off these two supports, you can do something with that. But it's
they're
so
so far
difficult.
back.
Yeah,
Looks
Puppy...
pretty well read here.
and he gets out. It's you know, the craziest thing here is you don't expect that move, right? If you're a Puppy, if you're a puck, it's
You're
crazy
probably
that
looking
he actually...
bottom at your allies. or
Exactly.
something.
It's crazy that he actually manages to respond to that in the same second he sees the Bane.
Now, they will be forced to TP back to the bottom lane and help hold against this push coming out from Secret. And Secret just continuing the trend here as Matu also now closing in on level 25. And trying to get himself the Satanic Beast.
Yeah, Solar Crest also completed on Chen. The BKB, yeah, the BKB is there for Tiny. He actually had it around that tier 2 fight, just didn't use it at all yet.
Well, do you think that Secret are going to have any sort of high ground problems here there, Liz?
Radiant's current
Nah,
has been
okay, you are playing versus Viper, Kotl, and Underlord, but if he keeps on being picked off on the top lane, Puck is following. Yeah, Puppy found him. Or did he?
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah,
Puppy?
they've,
Puppy?
I think this is smart from MC to not just like panic TP. I think he actually has to try and drag this out.
Yeah, he is
Trying to create a fight
time.
here. The team is coming. Maybe this is enough with the Will-O-Wisp of the tree line. Are they going to go for it? GH, he's holding. He's not going for it right away. Now he finally drops it in time for Mind Control, but he will eventually fall. Can they actually get the cleanup kills here? They so desperately need this. They get Puppy. He instantly buys back. Did he have an orb? Oh no, he's TPing.
back.
Now going for the Bane. Got him. Oh, no, they don't get the catch. Oh, they did?
Yep.
Yeah. And Puppy hoping to catch someone else here too. Doesn't have a Yules though and no coil, so I guess that's
Yeah, no Yules, no coil. Can't really catch the Ember there, but they do take out the Viper, right? And you take out Underlord too, and they are the most significant aspect of your defense. So high
out
ground.
to break high ground. Yep.
Yeah, that's it. You don't fight high ground. You just find them somewhere else. It looks like.
That's why Puppy
Matu-
just bought back too, I'm sure. Even if he couldn't get the orb buyback Johnson or whatever, it's just like we've opened up high ground by getting these fights way up here.
And they didn't even take down the Aegis. Matu still has it for 14 more seconds. So he can even dive here if he wants to.
Oh, well, diving, it seems to be the name of the game so far. Abyssal, on a miracle. No assistance. The Blind Light's already used the Nightmare's going to try and help save him. See if I can get him out. Who's back? No, he's going to fall. Has a buyback. He wants to try something, but Crow's dead. Holy moly. Bang going to buyback too. And they're still holding for now. They're not going to give in quite yet. Just going to use the support buyback. Miracle really wants to hold on to his. He wants to be giving enough. He's going to pop. Okay, he says enough is enough. I got to try something. Matu, 10 seconds away from this Aegis. Perhaps they can find the perfect timing as Kuro's been thrown all the way to the back line there. So that's going to be a tieback on him. Bash onto Miracle. Abyssal back up in 1 second on Matu if he wants to go for the turnaround play. He jumps back towards his team. Can I get a little bit of assistance here? There goes the Aegis. They've waited on the timing. They know the stacks are there, but oh, wait, ladies and gentlemen, they have a little bit of cheese. He hops in onto double kill for Matu. And Mind Control attempts a TP out. He's going to fall down. The Uber's got a flat once more. And a triple kill for Matu's going to seal this one. As Team Secret, the predictions were true. The script was right. It's all been told before. It is a 3-0 once again here for Team Secret. These guys are they're on a whole other level on the current tournament scene.
Yeah, that pretty much solidifies the tier scene as well when it comes to the EU, right? You have the Secret that's pretty much the champions, the kings. Then you have Nigma and Liquid kind of sharing that second and third spot there. But man, Secret, the first game, they win it with an Aghanim's Refresher Lona. The second game, they get 2 Rapiers and they just defend high ground 70 minutes in. And then this last game, they just crushed them. So every single game was kind of played in a different style. but they just outplay Nigma in each one of those as well, and just play their strategies to the maximum. It's hard to win against this team. If you're Nigma, if you're Liquid, if you're anyone, it's they.
Yeah.
Man,
A lot of teams have identities at this moment, right? Like I feel like Liquid have like their kind of cheesy picks in some ways of like the Brood Mother, and they have their little combos they like to do that are kind of unique, like the Wind Ranger and the Tusk. And then Nigma have these like Weehaw heroes that you're always thinking about during the draft. You're like, okay, what's he gonna pull out? What are we gonna do for that? Mind Control going mid, and Team Secret, their strategy is just like beating you.
yeah, they
They
have
just
everything.
thing going on now, in the later stages. But at the start of this tournament, they were just running everyone down with like Monkey King and Storm Spirit and just
Mhm.
diving behind towers, crushing every game in 20 minutes. And as they started facing like tougher and tougher opponents, now they're changing things, right?
Solidified. Yeah, they changed things up a little bit, but their position 4 and position 5, you can kind of predict it. Puppy, Puck, or Weaver, and Yabs
Yeah.
or Void Spirit or Shaker, right? Those four heroes are really stable in pretty much every single draft they've got. But Nigma, they opted to ban something else, that Kunkka as well. The problem is, you ban
Yeah.
out one of their strategies and they come back with something different that's just as strong, and it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, so many teams, it feels like they get punished when they do like the double support duo opening. And if I see Secret do it, I don't care at all. I'm not worried about it. It feels like other teams are able to exploit these support duos the teams show in the first phase and be like, oh, okay, well, this core, it's not going to worry about that. But
Yeah,
because
but
of like the actual game impact that these puppy supports have, then
not
it's
only
not really
that,
like a core counter, right? It's like a gameplay counter.
it's also the fact that you have these supports that can be played anywhere. They can be also
Yeah.
your cores. Like in this game, you open up with Puck, with your Void Spirit and your Chen, and you kind of can guess that Chen is going to be the offlane because we know Secret well. But really, those three heroes can pretty much be played on any single lane and can be any single position. So they're really versatile with these heroes, and Puppy is able to play these pucks, these weavers on position 5 and have so much impact, like you said, with let's say an Aghanim's or a Blink Dagger.
I feel like I've said and heard the same thing at the end of every tournament lately, and that's just like, oh, people got to watch these Team Secret replays and got to start trying to figure out how they're playing and looking so much better than everyone. But damn, I don't know if nobody's watching or what, but nothing's changing. Again, thank you so much, everyone, for watching the Beyond Epic League. Thank you so much to our sponsors for making this happen, and congratulations once again to Team Secret for being the best Dota 2 team in the region right now. And lizZard, thanks for hanging out. That was a great
Yeah,
time.
thank
Thank you,
you.
everyone, so much. Thank you, Drag and Drop, on the production, so I didn't have to obs and put you guys through the motion sickness that you would surely have went through. So yeah, thanks a lot, guys. We'll see you on the next one.